Good morning, everyone. This is Carson and Peter McPhail here with Lifestyle Properties of Maine. Today we're in the town of Hartford in Oxford County looking at a very special piece of ground, I'd say, in my opinion, very unique, and we'll show you why that is in a moment.
Yeah, we've got close to 3,000 feet of brook stream frontage that flows into, unfortunately I couldn't find any name of this brook
Yeah,
on the
I
map,
could either.
but it flows into Little Bear Pond, and Little Bear Pond, there's cold water species in there, so I'm sure on this brook there's going to be, in the springtime, there'll be brook trout here. There is certainly a lot of game sign here, but we are located about, I don't know, 20 miles north of the city of Lewiston, Auburn. It's just a great recreational area. There's all kinds of activities here, hiking. Bear Mountain, the hiking trail to Bear Mountain. The peak there is about 1,200 feet above sea level. A nice hiking trail there. And then there is a town public beach on Canton Lake. And if you're a resident here, you buy a parking pass for like 15 bucks and you've got access to the beach. So just a great place here. I think you could build a house.
So, certainly, I mean, we're standing in one of the areas that ought to be easy for you.
Should be. The owners put roughed in the driveway here and opened up the space.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go, we're going to take a look at the stream. And another interesting piece about this property, we noticed when we walked it here a couple of weeks ago, there is remnants of an old mill of some sort. You'll see there's rock walls scattered throughout this property, but you're also going to see, like just before the beaver pond that we found,
The old dam, yep.
there's an old rock dam there. So
They had it all dammed up, so that stream
Yeah.
wasn't even there. At one point it was dammed up.
Yeah, so interesting property. So let's go take a look.
So what's really unique about the stream frontage here is essentially it's all the stream frontage is one boundary pretty much. It covers pretty much the entirety of one of your boundaries, and you could see that you have this just really well maintained, preserved rock wall that basically follows that, but it's certainly a unique feature to have it be basically one of your entire boundaries on one side. Offers privacy for you and ease of access to your water feature throughout most of the property. We're going to continue on into the property.
So we're on one of the interior trails here, and the owner's done a light timber harvest, makes it easy to walk through the property. He's left all kinds of hardwood here, and it looks really, really nice. You've got a lot of maple trees here, a lot of beech trees, plenty of firewood. So if you build, you're going to be able to heat your house with wood no problem. But great hiking trails through here. Let's continue on.
So we made it further into the property, and I wanted to stop real quick because, as you can see, these rock walls, I mean, they've been throughout every spot we've touched upon, and we're on a different interior trail now.
So we found a nice stand of oak in here, and starting to mix in some white pine as well, but we're probably 150 yards off the beaver pond. But just wanted to point this out to you. Some really nice looking oak trees in here. So it wouldn't take much. If you like to ATV, you could kind of open these trails up a little bit better to get an ATV through. The elevations here are running about 470 to 565 feet above sea level. So it's nice rolling terrain, but we're going to continue on through the property.
So we're just, as you can see, we're just off the edge of the beaver pond, and already they've been busy.
So we're just kind of meandering through the forest here, guys. And this is a lady slipper. I almost stepped on it. So we've got that here. There's all kinds of neat vegetation growing, and we're seeing young blueberry plants, wild blueberries popping up everywhere through this lot. So I would say in a few years, the more sun that hits that, you can have yourself some blueberries for your pancakes and maybe some muffins.
So one thing that's nice about this lot is, a lot of times when you think of beaver ponds and you have a property that abuts a beaver pond, you're thinking that, and you're right to do so. I always think that the land around that is going to be boggy, marshy, you're not going to be able to use it, but you can see right behind me, we're pretty much there at the pond, and I'm standing on a nice high dry spot, and it's like that for mostly around this pond, and this would be a great spot to build a little cabin, build something, have a place for picnic tables, and just enjoy that, and we'll show you what that looks like.
We've made it down to the beaver pond, and I'm actually standing in a patch of blueberries here, and I've seen an active beaver slide coming in, and I actually see him swimming across the pond right now. It's a little after 5 a.m. in the morning, so I think we kind of think he thought he had this place all to himself, but I think he was a little surprised to see us. Beautiful spot here, as Carson just said. There's a nice knoll just off the pond here to build on. Put yourself a nice camp in here. Beautiful spot, guys. So we're sitting here. I'm listening to the birds chirping and singing, and then I hear a loon coming out on the pond. It's amazing how far the sound of a loon will carry in the woods like that, but it sounded like he was 100 yards away. So the end of the beaver pond here, and then the other side, you're going to get into the quicker flowing part of the stream. Just a very peaceful area to sit back and relax. We've hiked up to a higher spot, a higher elevation here, and I'm looking at, as we're walking up here, we're continuing to pass these small little patches of blueberries all over the place. And if you built a cabin up here, I would say it would be off-grid, but the exposure here, you've got nice southwest exposure, so you could easily do some solar. And then this trail, I'm looking down this trail for about 250 yards. Just a pretty area up here on this hill. Let's continue on.
So we're up on one of the higher elevations here, and we, the luxury today of using some of these interior trails to get here. And that's one of the things that I really like about this property is when you have a property, especially one that, once you get past, like once you get around the 50-acre mark, it starts to get really big. You want interior trails like this to make it easy. No one wants, no one necessarily is going through the properties that you have to bushwhack through. So to have interior trails is one of the highlights for me. In addition to, of course, the 3,000 plus or minus feet of the water frontage here and just where that's located. I mean, it just makes this property unique and pretty special. So let's carry on and keep taking a look. Well, everyone, thank you for joining us here again today. So just to go over some distances with you, once again, we are 20 miles away from the Lewiston-Auburn area, 2.5 hours away from Boston, and just 1 hour away from Portland, and of course the Portland International Jet Port as well. So very close to some top amenities.
Great location, easy shot out of Portland, Maine. And there's all kinds of flights coming into Portland. And then it's a recreational area, as we had said before. So we've got 51 plus or minus acres, nearly 3,000 feet of water frontage on the trout stream here. And then we're right near Bear Mountain. If you enjoy hiking, perfect location for that. If you like recreational, like hunting, great hunting spot here as well. So the price here for the 51 acres, it's $169.9. And we're just minutes away from Canton Lake, the beach there that you'd have access to being a resident of the town. So hey, again, thanks for joining us, and we hope to see you guys again real soon.
Trout in here.
I bet there is trout in here.